Hey guys, today we're going to be putting on the oil pump and the timing cover. Get timing chain in there. I already degreed everything. Already know when the cam's going to open up and all that stuff. So did a deck height and so forth. So hang in there and watch us for this gasser build. This is part 3 of it, so it'll be on Facebook or messing around there. Anyways, go from there. Got the oil pump M77 HV high volume. This is what's going to go in next. Okay. Oh boy. Hope you all doing good tonight. Graveyard shift here, about midnight or so. Yes, I like to use Loctite on these. Don't like the oil pumps falling out of engines, but they do for some people because they don't do what I do. But that's them. You know what I mean? Get that installed. Install the drive shaft that goes for the distributor. Yeah, I couldn't find a smaller ratchet. Yes, I'm going to torque it for those who like to complain a lot. Just got done doing an oil pump search. Here we go. 45, I think it was. Okay, she's good. Oil pump's installed. Where's that oil pan at? Because I need a sumpy. And guess what? Once more, no parts. Usually when you order an oil pan, they send you the sump. Well, guess what? I got no sump. So now I got to order a sump. Not so much for closing up the bottom tonight. That doesn't mean I can't stop working. I'll just have to work on the top side. So, gotta love that. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Nope, no sump. Have to order some more oil pumps. Oh well, so much for that. Doesn't that just ruin your day when you don't have parts? Well, this one I already welded this one in, so I can't do nothing with this one because that's for small block. Oh well, that's what I need right there. That's what I need. Oh well. Can't use that one. Can't use this one. I got an extra one here. No, I sure don't. That's all small block stuff. The mouse motor. Well, that is just some happy-go-lucky stuff, ain't it? Can't mess up with a small block. They clearly say it on there, M55 HV, which high volume. The 55 and 77, there's a difference. It's just more money to the customer, that's all. It's got to come out of his pocket. Some Chinese oil pan didn't want to send their the sump with the pan. Here it is, some jackass stole it out of there. Highly possibility. That's always fun. And probably stolen along the road there when it was delivered. Which really burns your goat anyways. What's this one? No, that's a 5.5. That's garbage. I ain't got no other one to use. That's really upsetting when you order a part and you open it up and stuff's missing, you know. It aggravates because I got the dipstick and everything else here for it. It came with the kit, but no sump. That's just something. Half-ass companies. Anyways, all right. I'm gonna take a break here. But then again, nah. Let's do the timing chain. There's the timing chain. Get some bolts ready. Where's those darn things at? Yeah, I got them right here. Everything's right here. And the pan's ready to go. Timing cover here. Let me get rid of this oil pump bolt that I ain't going to use. I use an ARP one, which is a stud. Just like them better. Seems like it holds it than these studs, or the bolt head here into stock. But some guys like to use them, and I keep them here. If they need one, I got one. They can have it for free. That's what part of be having guys like me around. Help you out along the road when we need to. This is 8-inch balancer. We had to get a special thicker for it. So when I got to install that. So that'll be real interesting to get that installed. And, oh yeah, where's the crank bolt? Hey. Okay. I use Permatex products. And the ARP flywheel bolts, we got them here. This is what the customer with ASI certified flywheel, and ARP center crank bolt for 8-inch. There it is. It's 12 point. I like using the 12 points. You get a better torque on them. I don't know why. I don't know if perfection or what. There's a math to it, but I can't rightly think of it right now. So if you want to, Google that up and you'll see it on there. But yeah. All right, let's set this up here. Get this prepped here. Get this cleaned up. Where's my screwdriver? Put it away already. Nice job. Yeah, make sure you get any Loctite or anything else like that out of there. any dirt, debris. Alright. I like to check too, make sure I got everything tight in there. Okay. That's ready to go. Brand new cam lock and bolts. Nice soft hammer. I like to use a brass. And my ticker chain. Where are we at? Oh yeah, I gotta clean that off too. I had it installed once and found out that the guy had balanced the crank. His machine was out of calibration. Oh yeah. That means I had to retake apart everything, take everything back out, and you know the happy things. Well, they rebalanced everything. I had somebody else do it. Sorry, strike one, you're out. I don't like that. And I'm not going to take a chance with you again, sorry. But if I need a head milled or something like that, I'll be sure to call you. Of course, then again, I've seen some people screw them up and not get it straight in a jig and start milling away, and I come back here, measure out the head bolts on the head deck, and you can tell. Okay, so that's all ready to go. Okay, where's me dot? There's me dot. It goes up. Alright, get my crank set. Uh-oh. Alrighty. Index crank. The camshaft there. Okay. I've been using this new product. They gave it to me. Permatex sent it to me for free. It's a gel. Permatex gel. And told me to give it a try. I like working with it. And it just seems there's not enough of it in the tube. That's the thing. I got to take this tape off and see actually through the light how much material is actually in there compared to how much material is in a tube. You know, so that way it is worth the money then. You know what I mean? After all, we're trying to save the customer money. I don't want to go broke and charge you extra. You know what I mean? Why would I want to do that to you? I don't. And most good machine shops won't do that to you. All right? Yes, they'd like to make some money as they do the build, but they want to make sure you get the best build for the best price that's available. The ones that don't do that, you know, just walk away. Walk away as fast as you can. And trust me, there's always some other guy out there, he's a good machinist too, and he'll give you a better price. Especially if you're on a budget build. Okay, dot to dot, right on the money. That's what we wanted. It's only 3 degrees off after I dialed everything in with a dry run with the cam and everything in the lifter, and see what the burst valve started to touch and doing all that. There's plenty of YouTube videos out there that tell you how to degree a cam in, okay? I shouldn't have to show you as well. It's not that hard. All right, you can actually mark the cam gear and do it and mark it on the back of the block, because that'll give you the index for it. Because the crank will always be cut a certain way, you know? And it's not that hard. All right. Yes, I like to hand tighten things. I don't like to use an impact on things. Just not my style. Never will be. All right. Yes, everything gets torqued. 45. Good 40. And I like to do them with 45 pounds. Come on. Yeah, I got set there. Okay, now set. All right. Now, the nice thing about this is it's got little tongs to knock over so the bolts won't move. Comp Cams, hello, sells a clip on here. Sometimes you'll find cams without them from the factory. And just order one. You'll be glad you did. But because somebody else went in there and threw it away back in the 70s, you know what I mean? Because a lot of these came with nylon gears. Back in the day, they came with nylon gears. And then they went to the steel gears, and a lot of guys threw these away, and they just Loctite the bolts in, which is fine. I mean, it served its purpose, but it wasn't proper. They didn't put the, how would you say it, the retainer back in so those nuts wouldn't back off. They're supposed to be there. Then again, I know some race car drivers build some race engines. They don't bother with them. There's never really a reason why, yay or nay on it. No one's ever actually informed me of it. And I haven't really brought up as a discussion. But if Cams recommends it, I'll get it. Doesn't mean I have to necessarily buy it from them. You can get it cheaper somewhere else if you don't want to go through Comp Cams. I do all my shopping at Jegs. I don't do any shopping at Summit Racing. There was an incident some years ago, and what had happened is I was working on a Hemi job, an old, Chrysler Hemi, not this modern stuff. No, good old Hemi, real Hemi. All right, hemispherical heads, everything plugs through the holes, through the valve cover. And I asked him for a polycam. Well, all you Mopar heads out there, you know what a polycam is, okay? And it's a cam for Hemi, and old school. And this is what this guy wanted, was an old school polycam, They used to put the old parrot on the side of the race car. Poly, Iskandarian, And the guy on the other end of the phone says, what year Subaru is that? Excuse me? I says, how about you give me an older gentleman there? Because right away I knew this kid had no clue. He was a tuner class, metric class, whatever you want to call them. I call them fart machines, fart canners, whatever, Hot Wheels. So, I know what you guys call me, Neanderthal. Well, when one of my engines pass you by, so much for that Neanderthal. I'm dragging my knuckles all right, but laughing my ass off in the winning circle. Anyways, and I'm having a hell lot more fun than you are. My parts are a lot cheaper. Intercoolers are big money. And you got to break them down more, Anyways, got a hold of an older gentleman. I says, I need a polycam for an old school Hemi. I says, give him the lift and duration I was working with. And the guy says, oh, we don't do that here at Summit Racing. I says, you are Summit Racing. You can call it in and order my grind that I need. Because I want this right, for the customer. And I should have just called him directly and just ordered it that way. Not even play with these fools. But it's a good thing because I found out a lot of things about Summit. They don't train their people very well. Do not use their advice. I'm telling you. Take the time, do the math yourself. If not, go talk to a machinist, an engine builder, okay? A certified engine builder. They ain't got certifications up on the wall like I do, about engine building. They know what they're doing, all right? That way you don't blow something up, all right? Seen a lot of engines go down, just pop, done, and the guy's like, well, I put all this money into it. Of course you did. But did you install it properly? Did you do the math? Did you have the right clearances? Did you have the right oil pressure? Did you have the right, oil in there? Did you, there's a lot of factors that gives you things so you don't end up doing one of these, Look at that, I mean, it's that simple. Come on, man. And you just got to take the time and do it, Yeah, I know I smoke. Screw you. The way I see it, you guys owe me half a carton of cigarettes. Second breathing stuff. I don't like to use these gaskets, especially copper. Cork, I meant. I like to use just a little dab of silicone through there on the finger, run it around. And that's about it. You don't need a lot, and it won't squeeze it a whole lot. And it seals it up really nice. Of course, that's what the modern cars do today. Put a little RTV on there. Do not get crazy with it so it squishes and ends up in the oil sump. Just a light fingerful. Just smear it on there. Not hard to do. I'm fortunate here in Ohio to have a lot of friends in engine building. And I'll give them a shout out here in Ohio. Because they're good guys, every one of them. And they do great work. One of them is Motorhead's Garage in Lurie, Ohio. The other one's K&B Machine Shop out there in North Homestead. Another one out there by Parma is Dean Gilner Engines. He builds a lot of boat engines and some real heavy hitters, let me tell you. And let's see, we got Mike at PC Automotive out there in Oberlin. Yep, out on the Lurie Oberlin Road. So you want some good machine work, you can check with John out there at Rick's Speed Shop. That's in Amherst. Okay, well, I'm sorry, South Amherst, Ohio. He's another one. He specializes really good in a lot of Fords. Let's see, if you go to Motorhead, you get Chrysler job done real good. He specializes in Chryslers. Dean, he works a lot of Chevys and some foreign stuff, from my understanding. K&B builds just about anything you can get a hand on. So he's got a lot of knowledge there. But yeah. And the machine shop out there at PC Automotive, he builds a lot of old school stuff. I mean, right now he's doing a Alice Chambers tractor head. Let me tell you, whew, he gets into some heavy stuff and a lot of diesel. Does a lot of diesel stuff, so that's good. I mean, you want diesel work out here in Ohio, that's the guy you want to talk to. And who does my transmissions for me? 'Cause I can build them. But if I have a modern one, like the 700R, I don't mess with them too much. All they are is a glorified 400, 350 turbo, 400 hydro. Kind of got a lot of options, but it's got an extra gear, an extra clutch pack, And the valve body's different. But Ron's transmission in Elyria, out there on Elyria Oberlin Road. He builds some good transmissions. Specializes in a lot of 4-speed stuff. Those Muncie M22s, M23, rock crushers, whatever you want to call them. That's the guy you want to go see, and he'll set you right up. He takes care of the AOD Fords, I believe, as well. So he specializes in that. He'll hook you up on a manual valve body, reverse shift, whatever you want. That way you can go boom, boom, boom on it, on the shift. You don't have to keep going forward like this. He'll actually set it up so you can go click, click, click. And you'll get faster on your reaction time. If you can cut a better light, hey, that's how you're going to do it. I mean, unless you run a trans brake and all that stuff. I mean, I don't believe in all that. Okay, I believe in two-footing it, just like the old school boys. They didn't use a whole lot of trans brake back then. It was drop the clutch, catch that light, so you better have a good eye on you. Watch that light. Just wait till that yellow just starts to fade and try not to get into the red, And a guy named Steve Truck, Blue Bayou, he cuts a good light. And so is Scott Rods out there. He cuts some good lights. And a couple other guys I know, Don Moyer from Rebel Reaper. He puts on a good show. He's always nosebleed section going down the track. He runs an old Willys. But the great thing is about it is you don't see this very often. He runs AMC engines. All right, so that's kind of cool. So if you ever get to a track up here in Northeast Ohio for the Gas or Outlaw Wars, make sure you look up Rebel Reaper and ask him to open up the hood. He'll show you, the AMC. So he's running that old school stuff, I don't know where he got the motor from, a Rebel or, a Javelin or whatever, or a Matador, whatever. But, yeah, he builds a good motor there, he knows what he's doing. So hats off to you to that. I run a 51 Chevy. It's called the Iron Mistress. You can Google it. You'll find me on there. But if you can, watch the Blue Bayou ones. He puts on a very good show, and he has fun doing it. And he's a good guy. He's a good guy. Yeah, let's get that cover on now. I got 30 minutes RTV on there. Doesn't take long. I like to tack up a little bit, When I put the gasket on here, or not the gasket, but the cover, I always put them on light. Then I finish tightening it up tomorrow, Oh, look at that. One strain here. Damn hippies. Grab a couple little bolts there. Pop that bad boy on. And there we go. Oh, I better get a socket. That's hard to get in there. Wouldn't you know it, they're 10 millimeter, huh? Bastards. Why did they do that? 10 millimeter, really? Well, that's what come with the kit. That's what it's going to get. I don't like them. I throw them away. I throw the darn things away. Get some quarter 20s out. That way you can have one toolbox when you work on your car. You know? Nobody likes breaking out all these tool sets. So, anyways. So we'll let you go with that, all right? So talk to you later. I'll finish putting on this cover, and we'll talk to you in a little bit for the next part of this. 30 minutes over. I like doing them in 30-minute shorts. All right? Talk to you. Bye.